tools and relax, switch to face, and just start the operation. I just wait for a while. You can listen to music or do whatever you want. Wait until it settles down. Wait until it doesn't any moving activities and press stop. And look again. If it's okay, maybe it's okay. Yeah, it's an equal square. I just yeah. See? Alright, higher chances there won't be stretch on your textures. And close this. Now what we're going to do is going to fit into the small dark blue line box here. Okay, just use a scale. Okay, this is transform tools over here. Scale and fit in something like this. Alright, so I'm fully optimizing the space here. Okay, now it's time to bring it to Photoshop. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to tools, render UVW template. This resolution is fine. If you want, you can times 2, which is 2048, but this one is fine for me. Render UVW template, press the button here and you have the render output here. Don't worry about it looks choppy, but actually it looks okay if you're zooming in by using your scroller or mouse. You see that it's okay. So hit the diskette button there and go back. I'm gonna save it to the directory shampoo bottle tutorial. I'm going to goes over there. I'm going to choose a format. In this case I'm going to choose PNG. Alright, PNG have a transparency so that you can use, and I'm just going to put there label UV. Alright, since this is UV, so save. Make sure you don't save to RGB for the 8-bit because it will save it into a 16-bit channel. We want an 8-bit channel. Okay, because 3D Max doesn't recognize 16-bit. Okay, switch to RGB 24-bit, 16.7 million colors, and make sure alpha channel is turned on. Press OK, and it will save itself, and that's done. You can see it, and now it's time to bring it to Photoshop. I'm just gonna basically open that file just now. Okay, gonna open that UV. Alright, just gonna drag this apart. Right now in the layer, just gonna hide this history in the layer. This is the UV guide. Need to paint in. Create new layers. Make sure it becomes the background. BG. You can put BG. And I have a black color here, so I'm going to alternate backspace. So its background color is black. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer this label there. So I'm just selecting the label, just bring it there. Okay, I don't basically, I'm just gonna hide this for a while. Okay, basically this is just a sample of label I found on the internet. The size is a bit small, but in your case, when you design your own label, you should design in a more bigger resolution. Alright. Okay, so once you have this, check for this. In my case, I'm just gonna resize it, even though it is not ethical in terms of design because it will be pixelated. But this is just an example. Right. I got no time to basically basically do a nice design or nice for my own design, but this will do. Okay, so basically now what you see right now, the trick is I look back at our 3D model here. I see that I'm just going to bring it closer. Okay, what I imagine would be somewhere around here between 1 and 2 polygon. 1, 2 should be somewhere around, not exceeding that. So Photoshop, I think this will do just fine. Alright, this size will do just fine. And okay, and let me just show you one thing. Say okay, so basically I'm gonna hide the grid. I'm just gonna save this as the raw file where I can re-edit it again and again if I want. Label raw. So this is the raw file for the label as PSD. But to bring to Photoshop, I'm gonna save it as JPEG because file a bit smaller. Okay, label final, let's say, or label diffuse. Just say we go to the diffuse slot, the main color of it, of the 3D material. Okay, press OK. Alright, so open back to 3D Max, going back to the material editor. So this is the label slot. I'm gonna hit diffuse on the empty box here. I'm gonna choose bitmap. I'm going to scroll down and search for it. Right now we're looking at PNG. You should switch to all formats and see this one, label diffuse. Yes. Okay, press back. Okay, I'm going back to the main page, to the menu, then hit the show standard material. But I need to right now, when I apply to the shampoo label, nothing showed there. You need to press this one, show standard material. Okay, now you see it. Alright, so this is the label. Voila. Okay, but there's a black area here. This is actually the part that where I want transparency to, actually hide the edges, the rest of the part that I don't need it to see, the polygons here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to make an opacity map out of this. So basically, you're still at the PSD file, right? I'm going to duplicate the label here by dragging it to the create new layers. You will make a copy. Alright, I'm going to hide the original label. So this one will be, I'm just going to put it opacity transparency. Alright, and I'm going to go image adjustment and hue saturation and just boost my lightness to make it white. Alright, okay, once it is white, we're going to file, we're going to this save first as PSD, and then I'm going to save as another different map. Just now we have the diffuse, right? Diffuse. Now we're going to save the opacity version, opacity or transparency, same meaning. Press OK. In 3D Max, we're going to apply it on the opacity channel here. But if you go down here, you see the map tab here. It's actually the same thing. See, I already put the diffuse on top there, and you put it here also. I can also put the opacity down here. Alright, it's the same thing, but you have access to a lot of other things like bump maps, reflection that I've shown you before. So, okay, I'm going to apply using this bitmaps. I'm going to choose the opacity. Okay, going back to the main menu by pressing go to parent, and you see that we have our label here being applied. Okay, you can slightly push it in a bit out of it so that the render can see it. So when I press render, yeah, see that. But if you look carefully down here, you just have to look, it's a bit dark area here. This happens based on the opacity map. So what you need to do actually is go back to your, if that happens, go back to your opacity